What up, G Life? It's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys comment, make sure you subscribe to the channel, share because it does help my channel, and all that good stuff. Now, answering a few questions. I think a lot of people get my channel. I know I say this a lot. They get it confused. Before people want to judge, they should probably scope out some of my videos. People always talk about how come I talk about this and that and not talk about this and that. Like, if you go to my playlist, I have videos in their own separate folders. You want non-gangster conversations? They're in the Talk with the Gangster folder. That's where I talk about politics, religion, give advice, psychology, all of that. And I have hundreds of those videos. I think I have more of those videos than gang videos. So when people say, like, why do I choose to only talk about this? It's like, bro, do you even watch my channel? It's like people only want to point out the negative, right? Like, they only want to, like, it's like they're trying to find something wrong with the channel. Talking without knowing, it's always hilarious. But they don't say nothing about, when we're being taught about the Nazi parties or the Mongols or any of these, entities that have done, bad things throughout history. Or when, they make documentaries on serial killers or even gangs themselves and mafias and everything. No one says nothing about the History Channel, Discovery Channel, and everything like that. They pick and choose when they want to add these arguments. Kind of like one of the questions I was getting asked was, I thought gang members weren't allowed to do like interviews and have social media and stuff like that. That's not true. That's actually false information that gets spread. People want to apply prison rules to the streets when it doesn't work like that. There's different sets of rules and they have ways of working, and I'm not going to go into all of that. You get what I'm saying? It has to do with the context that you're talking about, what you're talking about, who's it affecting. It has to do with it. There goes more into just the basics of, like, because if that's the case, then no homie's allowed to have no social media, not allowed to talk to nobody, including their family and loved ones, about any of this matter, or in letters, when they write any letters, to anybody, or on the phone or anything like that, which everybody does. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous to think, the opposite of that. People just want to apply certain incidents because they watch certain, like, documentaries and they hear these individuals say these kind of things, and of course, is their own opinions. You know what I mean? Everyone has their different opinions, and everybody's scenarios are different of why things ended up the way they ended up. Not everyone's scenarios are the same, and they're not linked together, and they're not connected. It just works like that. It's unfair what you want. In this game, I can tell you this: in this game, when they say you have no friends, it's partially true. When you look at the overall structure, you have no friends in this game. You're only as good as, your use. And then after that, you're disposable. That's 100. But when it comes to your barrio and your area and your homeboys, yeah, that love is real and that bond is real. But when it comes to the bigger picture, oh yeah, you're disposable like that, my boy. You're only as good as your use. That's the cold-hearted truth, homie. I have always said this, and don't ever get it twisted when you're watching my channel. In my channel, I'm telling you, you get nothing out of the streets. You're most likely gonna end up killed or in jail. That's 100. That's not me just saying it because just to say it on here. I'm being sincere about that shit, homie. That's 100. Those are the facts. You know what I mean? You want to have a good life. You want to be successful. Stay in school. Get your education. You know what I mean? Earn your degree. Knowledge is power. Is the only thing that's gonna is the only thing that's gonna really help you in this life. Yourself and your brain. You know what I'm saying? You want success. You want to beat everything, the system, and all of that. Educate yourself. That's how you win. You know what I mean? I'm not just saying that just for the simple fact of saying it. I mean that shit, with all my heart, homie. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna get nothing out of this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying if you go down this path, this is what you should expect. And from my personal experience and my perspective of the matter, that's how it goes. Don't ever get it twisted when I come and I give explanation for the reasons behind all of this. I'm not trying to justify it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to justify it, and I'm not trying to make it seem like it's not as bad as it is. What it is that I can't tell no lies. You know what I mean? I'm not here to mislead the people either. I'm here to call it for how it is. I know people just want to smear it all up. I'm not gonna mix in lies with the truth just because the message behind it, just because my intentions are good. That's not how the world works, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna mislead. I could only call it how it is. So when people want to, spread the, whatever, that's on them. And some people understand that they are going to be biased with their opinions. You know what I mean? Or they're going to go based on just their scenarios and their matters. You know what I mean? That doesn't apply for everybody, and it doesn't make it facts. Even though people want to spit it like if it's facts, doesn't make it facts. Everybody's case is different. So no, that's not true when they say that you're not allowed to do interviews and have social media, depending on what you're speaking about. That's the truth of it. You know what I mean? Because and it's funny. Look, I'll break it down for people to understand the perspective of the matter, because they get to pick and choose when they want to add these things. A perfect example is Chicano rap. Has anybody ever owned a Chicano rap CD? Grab the Chicano rap CD. You see on the covers these vatos posted with their homeboys throwing up gang signs. Put on the CD, talking about their barrios and dissing their enemigas and talking about the sur. What's different from what Chicano rappers do in music to homies doing, having their own social media and discussing about their neighborhoods and showing pictures of their homeboys and everything? What's the difference? Gangsters. Homies throwing up gangsters with the camaradas. Talking about their neighborhoods in the sur and everything like that. Talking about the enemy. So why is one okay and one not okay? And this one's going out to the masses more of an extent, reaching out to all over the place. Compared to a homie's social media, it could only expand as far as, his followers. But yet, how no one points it out on one side and wants to point it out on the other, and why one is right and when one is wrong. You don't get to pick and choose, bro. You know what I mean? Which one is it? One or the other? You can't just use it as your convenience just because you're a fan of the music now. You don't want to now say the nonsense that people want to say. You get what I mean? I never talk out of my ass. You know what I mean? I've been around. Despite what people want to think, they could think whatever they want. To be honest with you, I really don't care. You get what I mean? I never come to wolf it, never come to bluff it, lie, none of that. Subscribers and followers is not my goal. I do appreciate all you guys' support and help, and I do honestly mean that. And I do honestly believe, I have gotten emails, people telling me, I helped them, better understand their loved ones who became gang members, and how to approach them now, and how to go about the matters. I have had youngsters that told me that, from watching my videos, they were thinking of getting some into gangs and some into tagging crews. But, now they steered away from it. Because I helped them understand why they wanted to get into to begin with in the first place. And that shit actually feels cool. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? That is the goal. At the same time, these individuals' lives do matter as well. You know what I mean? They are human beings, you know what I mean, who made mistakes. You know what I'm saying? It's never glorifying. Paying respects and acknowledging somebody is not glorifying. You know what I mean? Glorifying is when you say that this is the best kind of life, that you should want to be a part of this life. This life is not as bad as people say it is. You should join. You get a lot of good stuff out of it. No. Or bragging about certain scenarios of vatos putting in work on foods and shit. No. That's not what my channel's about. People want to talk about glorifying. Understand what glorifying is before you want to add it to things. You get what I'm saying? Showing people respect and acknowledgement is not glorifying. Because like I said, those are real individuals that are doing life behind bars. Whose lives still matter to somebody out there. They're the friends, fathers, sons, and all of that of somebody out there. Their lives do matter. The people that gave their life for this, they were real individuals. That's somebody's brother, son, friend, and all that died in the streets for something that he truly, whether right or wrong, because obviously this lifestyle is wrong. But that's something that he actually believed in. He actually, loved. He truly loved this shit and gave his life for it. As sad as that sounds. You know what I mean? So paying my respects and all of that because, because I do know that a lot of people like to say This is all every individual's choice, right? We all, chose to be part of this life and everything like that. True. But we made our choice in a point of our life when we were just children, and children don't know what they want, bro. At 15, 11, 13, 12, 9 years old, what do you know what you want, homie? And are you sure that choice was really yours in what you picked? At that age, you already know that no parent lets their kid actually decide on some shit like that. They're still children. That's what a parent's for. To be there for their child, to guide them, to help them make, the right choices from the wrong choices. Get what I'm saying? But at that age, what are you going to know? And why wasn't your parent out there to help you with the matters? You get what I'm saying? So what's the choice really yours? Was it really all you? Well, or did you not have the proper guidance? People don't want to look at the psychology of it because they don't want to think that there's something mentally wrong with them. Because that in itself is a lot to handle, and it's a lot that people don't want to admit. Most people suffer from some kind of psychological trauma. It's what builds their characters, and it's why they have certain things about themselves, that are, sort of, I guess you could say bad traits, bad behaviors, whether gambling, whether a temper, whether, gang-related, drug-related, alcohol-related, pill-related, or just, someone that just like shit-talking or just putting somebody down, whatever, all due to psychological defects, you know what I mean, that happened in the childhood, obviously, it always gets rooted to that point, and I have already made a video explaining the psychology behind it. If you guys want to know more details into it, you guys can check out that video. But the whole point is, whenever I'm talking about, when I go onto YouTube, I never discuss, or I never talk shit about other channels, and I never how could I say, I never wanna rush to conclusions on other channels. I never speak on other channels on here, because I don't know them individuals. I don't know their cases. Every case is different. For me to come on here and to say that these individuals this and that when I don't even know them, I would never do that. You get what I'm saying? If I don't know the individual, I can't speak on the individual. I don't know their scenario. I don't know why stuff ended up like this or like that, or why they think like that. You know what I mean? For me to give, want to badmouth them, or to say that this is how it really is, or this is, this and that. You know what I mean? I would never do that. You get what I mean? Because I don't know them, and I'm not a psychic. But so I can't give, rushing to conclusions on certain videos of individuals. But does that mean, because I was asked, so everyone that has a YouTube channel is considered like no good or stuff like that? I was getting asked that question by a few of my subscribers, and it's like no, that's not true at all. But I could see why individuals would think that, you know what I mean, because the information gets tainted. You know what I mean? When you watch a documentary, or you watch somebody's channel, or you watch, an interview on individuals, understand that they could only speak from their matters and their perspective of the views. But those are just their opinions. Doesn't mean that that's actually how it is, because like I said, every case is different, everybody's scenario is different, and all of that. You know what I mean? It's not all the same. Is that unfair? Of course it's unfair. You know what I mean? But that's what it is. The game is not fair. It's a dog-eat-dog game. Está cabrón. You know what I'm saying? So the best opinion I could give is stay in school. Because yes, this shit is a headache. Yes, the game is more complicated than people think, and not just one person's not gonna be able to break it down to you, bro. You're really truly not gonna know the game unless you live the game. You know what I mean? So I can't really, sit here and try to like break it down and explain it and stuff like that. That's why I don't even go into those matters. I never talk about none of those matters on my channel, because not gonna make people understand. And by that point, making them already understand that part is not even the goal. You know what I mean? Because it's already a little bit too late for that, no? You get what I'm saying? So the best advice I could give is, I can't speak on other people's scenario and their opinions and how they view the matters. Everybody could view the matter how they want. You know what I mean? Everybody's entitled to their opinion and how they want to view it. Doesn't make it facts though. You know what I mean? I never come on here and thinking that I'm right or what I'm saying is facts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I do. How can I say this? When I try to give them a message, right, it's never to try to corrupt or glorify, anybody into, wanting to be a part of this life. You don't want to be a part of this life. You want to stay in school. You know what I mean? Those are the facts. Those are truly, truly the facts. You know what I mean? But at the same time, just because you recognize somebody or give them their respects doesn't mean that you're looking to corrupt or anything like that. You know what I mean? Because those individuals should get respect as well. A majority of this problem and why it doesn't get fixed and why these individuals don't even change their perspective on life in general is because they're not given respect. You get what I'm saying? And people don't want to give them the respect because they don't want to take the time to get to know them or even get to know what makes them think like this, because because society thinks that they're not even worth that much. Now, who's the bitter ones? Who's the ones that are not willing to listen? Who are the ones that are really not listening? I'm saying, them shut up, we up.